Welcome fight fans to my channel. This is Johnny, and today we're going to be going over our fight prediction for tomorrow's upcoming WBA lightweight world title fight between Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin. This is a prediction video. Alright, the time has arrived. If you've been a subscriber for my channel, you would have known that from the time this fight got announced to the time fight camp started, we have been documenting the story of this upcoming fight between Tank and Frank. This past week I did a video individually on both fighters. I talked about what Frank Martin needs to do to win the fight, what Tank Davis needs to do to win the fight. But today I'm going to tell you, all in all, my prediction, and if you're a gambling man, where to put your money, who to bet on. And remember guys, just because I take one fighter does not mean I hate the other fighter. I'm going to say what I always say when I'm doing prediction videos. Bet with your wallet, not with your heart. And it's really tough these days on YouTube with everybody doing these prediction videos to think that the guy who picks the other guy isn't a hater. So if I pick Frank, I still like Tank. And if I pick Gervonta, I'm a Frank Martin fan. How could you not? But in this video, I need to guide you properly and tell you how to make the money on which fighter who's going to win the fight. Before we get there, let's remind everybody a little bit about who each fighter is. First, let's start with Frank Martin. Guys, Frank Martin is undefeated, 18-0 with 12 knockouts. He's carrying into the fight a 67% knockout to win ratio. He's currently ranked number 9 in the world at 135 pounds. His adoring fans call him the Ghost, and the 29-year-old is a southpaw standing at 5'8" with a 68-inch reach. His last few fights, he fought Artem Harutyan, who was undefeated at 12-0. Frank won a unanimous decision in the 12th. Michel Rivera, 24-0, UD in the 12th. Jackson Marinez, 19-2. Frank knocked him out in the 10th. Romero Duno was 24-2, knockout in the 4th. With Frank Martin is a guy who picked the sport up late. We can't talk about Frank without referencing that. What we also see from his coaches and what everybody around him says is that he is a fast learner. He's a professional. This is not a guy who's gonna get out of weight or blow up in between fights. He literally lives the samurai lifestyle. When you hear him speak, you know he believes that he's gonna beat Tank. Any fighter who's in this position who gets the opportunity of a lifetime like Frank Martin should believe that they're gonna get a victory. That in itself makes him dangerous. Also what makes him dangerous, he's never lost before. He doesn't know what it's like to quit. I talk about that all the time, but with an undefeated fighter, that's very important because other than the skill sets, the other element that makes a fighter indestructible is the element of belief, and we know the Ghost has that. Now let's take a closer look at Gervonta Davis. Some of the things we already know about Tank: undefeated, 29-0, 27 knockouts. He's ranked number 1 in the world at 135 pounds. He carries into the fight with him a 93% career knockout to win ratio. The 29-year-old is a southpaw standing at 5'5.5" with a 67-inch reach. He currently holds the WBA World Lightweight title, and this weekend in Vegas, he's putting that title on the line against Frank Martin. He last took on Ryan Garcia, April 2023. Garcia was 23-0. Tank knocked him out in the 7th. Hector Garcia was 16-0, knockout in the 9th. Raleigh was 14-0, knockout in the 6th. Pitbull Cruz, 22-1, UD in the 12th. 27 of 29 of Tank's victories have been by knockout. We know what Tank wants to do. We know that there is no love lost in this matchup. If you watch Fight Week, the weigh-ins, everything that they've said to each other, Tank Davis is coming in to prove a point. Both of these guys are going to be southpaws. I don't predict a feeling out process. When we look at Las Vegas and the odds, we have to talk about Frank Martin coming in at a 5-1 underdog. Even though Tank hasn't fought in over a year, even though people say ring rust is real, he is still a heavy favorite. Will Frank be able to take the power from Tank? Will Frank be able to get Tank's respect early on? Who knows? What Gervonta will we see in the early rounds? Is he going to give rounds away? Is he going to be patient and be that beautiful counter boxer that we always see? Or is he going to be aggressive and go for the finish early with a point to prove? All of these questions will be answered when I think about where my money is going, when I put these guys side by side. Frank Martin will be the taller guy. Tank Davis will have the experience. We know that this matters when we think about a Gervonta who we see footage when he's 6 years old boxing, and we see a Frank who's 18 years old when he picks the gloves up. Why I keep referencing this is the psychology of the sport, the bright lights, the name in the promenade, Vegas, all the eyes on you. Is the Ghost ready? Are these odds in his head? Does he really feel he can beat Tank Davis? Like I said, time will tell. I'm predicting who's gonna win this fight. How could you bet against Tank Davis. Look, he's a 5-1 favorite. Put as much money as you want on him. I think it'll be close and exciting for however long it lasts. I'm actually predicting a Tank Davis mid-round knockout. I think he gets Frank out of there between rounds 3 and round 6. I don't think Tank wants to play around, and I think the longer the fight goes, the more dangerous Frank will get. So I'm expecting not only a Tank Davis victory, but an early to mid-round knockout. Guys, you don't have to agree with me. I welcome your feedback in the comment section below. Let me know who you're taking. If you're feeling froggy enough, let me know how it ends. Leave all that in the comment section below.